Kraken, man. Oh, I love it. I love it. Picking up, ignoring that Blues game, moving right past it, picking up really where they had left off the game before. You hear them talk about 60-minute effort. That was a 60-minute effort. Talk about doing all the right things. Active sticks. Oh my gosh, were there active sticks for the Kraken tonight. I can't tell you how many, passes were broken up, how many um just, poke checks, all that stuff. I'm still like processing it all because it's such a dramatic shift from what we saw the last game from the Kraken. But the bottom line is we beat the best team in hockey. We beat a team that had, isn't that far off from doubling up 5-on-5 goal production from what the Kraken have in the Panthers, but we beat them. And through a large portion of this game, I would argue we were the better team. Survived the late push. Grubauer is back. I'm going to call it now. I think it's okay to say once and for all, Grubauer is back, or he's at least hot, but the bottom line is incredible saves from Grubauer tonight. Just absolutely incredible saves from him. Depth guys stepping up. Obviously, we get the Blackwell goal. Where else was he but, down on the ice, right? And then you get Mason Appleton getting a goal, played arguably his best game all year. He was super active on the forecheck. He was doing his Mason Appleton thing. He was driving to the net at times, staying aggressive in that capacity. Very active stick from him. Nice solid 200-foot game. He was making good plays in the defensive zone as well as those offensive plays. Absolutely love it so much. It was just a total team effort. Eberle's getting close, man. He's going to break through soon. Bummer that, Donskoy was out of the lineup tonight. A little bit disappointing there, but Eberle's getting close. McCann had some more good shots tonight. It was just a really good all-around performance, and to do it missing Carson Soucy, having Soucy leave in the first period, not coming back. So you're doing that with 5 defensemen the rest of the night against this team, this Florida Panthers team that is scoring, just 1,000 goals per 60. It seems like absolutely fantastic. Oh, I love this Seattle Kraken team. Sergeant Pickles, can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Michael, apparently the Kraken love the matchups with Sharks and Panthers. Yeah, apparently Sharks and Panthers are Kraken's main food source. Who would have guessed? Not I, that's for sure, but I will take it. I will take it. I will take it. Brian, that's Kraken hockey, baby. It is. The full 60-minute effort. Love to see that from them. They were doing all the little things. They were doing all the little things tonight, and they were rewarded for it. I think this game would have been even more lopsided had it not been the Panthers that they were playing against. That can't be, taken. That has to be taken into account as well. Striatic, Davy Jones looked into Grubauer's soul, and now he's a different goalie. You hit the nail on the head there, Striatic. That is 1,000% what happened here. Is that Davy Jones came in and fixed Philip Grubauer. Had we known, we would have just flooded Climate Pledge with puppies earlier. Oh man. Joshua with the hell yeah. Cameron Jojo has been getting it done recently. Love that guy. He has. I think he was banged up earlier in the year. Even when he, wasn't actually listed as hurt, I still think he was, dealing with some stuff. Looks fully healthy now. He's found a place. If you go back and listen to our stuff before the season, we were like, all right, where is he gonna fit into this lineup? What kind of thing is he gonna do? No, he has found his place here. He is their net front guy. He is their slot guy. He is their I'm gonna tip it guy. And thank God we have him because he does that not everybody else on the team is their skill set isn't necessarily suited to it. So he's definitely filling a hole there for us. Gotta drop down. So many comments. Love it all. But gotta thank Greg for the super chat. So happy. Gatorade on me, boys. This team has the effort. They love each other and respect what the plan is. What a night. Thank you very much, Greg. And appreciate the Gatorade and the super chat. And yes, they do. They put in the effort again. I'm telling you, I think this game marked the second, the beginning of the second half of the season for us. I really think that the second half of the season is going to go a lot different than the first half. Everybody's kind of got it together now. They've adjusted to the new city, new environment, new systems, each other. I think this team's going to look very, very good the second half of the season, and we're going to kind of see what this team is capable of, what these players are capable of, what Hackstall's capable of down this stretch. I've said it many times before. If they can go 500, I think that tells us a lot about where this team could go next year. JMG Grubauer on fire, absolutely. He was making saves that no goalie has any business making late in that game, and you guys know exactly the saves I'm talking about late in that third period. Fantastic, fantastic. And again, as I said last game, I'm just happy for him. I'm so happy for him. I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to be playing the way he was playing, and knowing that, and just taking all that on himself, because that's just how people are. That's how most of us are, right? If we're making mistakes that affects other people's coworkers, teammates, whatever, it's hard not to take that on yourself. And I'm just really, really happy for him that doesn't need to be the case anymore, because I know how difficult that can be, and no one should have to go through it. Lindsay, what a night. First, my Chiefs win in dramatic fashion, and then the Kraken beat the best team in the league. Yes, coming for you next week, though, Lindsay. That's for sure. That was a fantastic game. Two great games. Really, all four games in the NFL great this weekend. But yes, Kraken beating the best team in the league. Again, we've beaten them twice. Season sweep. I can't imagine we would play them again this year. Usually for those Eastern Conference teams, it's the home and home. So, go figure. Go figure. We're going to be that team. Every league has that team. You know what I mean? That bottom feeding team that can beat the best teams on any given night. They'll step up and do that, and then they'll just find a way to lose the rest of the time. That's kind of been us this year. But you know what? There's something to be said for that, because of games like tonight, which are just so exciting and so much fun to watch. SJ, I was so certain we'd lose that I didn't watch. So happy to be proven wrong. Now I can enjoy watching the replay. Yes, very, very good replay. I think there's still going to be drama in it, even knowing the results. It was that kind of game. Just a really, really fun game. Oh, a couple more super chat. All right, coming down here. Kitty B Kraken, thank you so much. Kraken poised to make Kings-like playoff run, make room for that cup. Love the optimism, Kitty B Kraken. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Again, just hit the halfway point. A lot of time left. I'll give you that. A lot of time left. Love the optimism. And then, Paul, thank you so much as well for the super chat for the $10. No message there. Feel free. I'll stay down here towards the most recent stuff if you want to put in a message, and I'll read it. Otherwise, I'll read your one from just a couple things ago. They were all playing for each other tonight. Last 2 minutes were thrilling. Curious about the timeout talk when you had the draw in the Panthers' end. It's in your hand, boys. Finish? ? That's what I would do. I don't know who Hackstall is or anything, but I have literally, coaching the squirts that I have coached, had that conversation where I've taken timeouts in similar situations, and I've literally just asked the kids. I was just like, who's feeling it? Who's got this? And generally there will be someone who steps up, and more times than not, they do have it. I had one kid one time, he won the draw himself, went and got it, and then shot and scored in the 3 seconds or whatever that was left in the game to win it for us. So yes, that if I had to guess based on what I would do and what my past experience, that is what was going on there. But I love that you bring up them all playing for each other tonight as well, because I think that's a big deal. We've seen games where that hasn't been the case. We talked about it this past week and last week, right? In two differing things. We talked about how bad it was last week, how good it's been this last week with the wins that they've had. But, cohesion between the offense and the defense, the transition game, forechecking and back checking for the forwards, all of that, they are playing together. And they all seem to know where each other's at. And it's kind of crazy that just like a switch flipped, and that's been the case, but we're seeing the difference it makes, and just how much more fun it is to watch. Even if they're going to lose close games, they're at least going to be fun games to watch, and we're going to feel good about our team. And I'm just so excited that we're going to get hopefully a full half season of that now. German Gentleman was otherworldly in that last stress. Yes, he was, Daros. phenomenal. Cannot be, understated how good Grubauer was in this one, especially late in that third period when the Panthers were pouring it on. Just desperation saves, making sure his body was in the way. And you know what? Credit the Kraken defenders as well for making sure he had sight lines, because you could tell that he could see everything. He was not being taken by surprise for anything. He was still having to make some amazing saves just because of the reaction of it all, right? The Panthers made some passes across the ice, maybe you want the Kraken to take away. But Grubauer was able to see everything, and that was the difference there late. Alex, let's go! Sorry, I'm not going to do quite all the zeros, Alex. But yes, super, super pumped up. Tyler, wow, what a game. Can't believe we swept the season series against Florida and looked so good doing it. Yes, I mean, keep in mind, not only did we beat them here, we took away their chance at history of most consecutive wins at home to start a season. Like, they must really hate us at Sunrise. And I'm okay with that. Let's see. Best game of the season for Grubauer, A+ saves against the extra attacker. That's from Coach King. Yeah. It seems like the last couple games were like best game of the year for Grubauer. I'm trying to think if any of the goals were ones that I think, I would want back or he would want back, and I can't really think of any. But certainly that third period, I mean, that's the best stretch of time that we've seen from Grubauer in a really, really long time. Just the last like 10 minutes of this game, making those big saves when he had to. It's just so nice to see that. So happy for us, so happy for him. Michael, Grubauer tried to make up the entire expected goals deficit in the final minute alone. I agree, Michael. Just crazy last little bit there. German Gentleman is really finding his groove from Lindsay. 1000%. Ty, ladies and gentlemen, the Philip Grubauer you paid for. Wow, wow, wow. That's from Ty. That's kind of what it is. Not gonna lie. For I am great game for sure. Cameron, last 2 minute stretch was insane. It was. I'm telling you, I almost want to go back and just rewatch it. Like, now that like the tension and drama is all taken out of it, just to kind of break down what was happening, really get a good look at some of those saves. I think that could be a lot of fun. Probably do that tomorrow morning. Reading ID, absolute team effort, 60 minutes of chaos, embodied by our Chaos King, Colin Blackwell. I agree with that. And Mason Appleton, throw him in there too. He's been, pretty fun and wild at times throughout this year. And he had easily the best game of the season for him as well. So yes, Colin Blackwell and Mason Appleton getting it done for us. Tyler, by the way, rooting for the Bengals. Thank you very much, Tyler. I appreciate it. We're gonna need it next week. Ethan with the tiger emoji. Thanks for that. Alex, love it. Speaking as a Bolts fan and a Kraken fan, yes, the double positive whammy for you, Alex. Congratulations on that one. Ferris, we got some bounces today. Finally, we did. Blackwell scoring with his head. We got that bounce. And earlier we had some that was like, oh gosh, we hit, I think, 2 posts, and it was just like, oh, this team. And then obviously the goal off Susie's skate. Me and RJ we were trying to remember. We both think that was 3 this year that have gone off Susie's skate in situations similar to that, where he's just trying to stop, and for whatever reason the puck deflects off his skate. Ridiculously unlucky for both him and Philip Grubauer that has been the case this year. So yeah, at first it was like, all right, here we go again. This is just, it's Kraken hockey, baby. But then no, we started getting the bounces, and again, me and RJ trying to preach that patience all year. The luck had to flip at some point. There's just no way it was going to last all 82 games. But that being said, we glad I wasn't holding my breath on it. That's for sure. Michael Gord taking on Reko Gudas is like a badger taking on a grizzly bear. Held his own though. He did, and he did. All right, I'm going to put on my boxing cap here. He did what he has to do. He obviously doesn't have the size advantage. He does not have the experience advantage. So he did what he had to do. He clenched. He came in tight. He did back away, and he took a couple swings, although Gudas got some good ones in on him too. But just credit for dropping the gloves in that situation from Yanni Gord. That Gudas is no joke. You know what I mean? Like he's got a reputation around the league. I remember, again, over summer pre-expansion draft, me and RJ, we looked at him as being one of the potential guys on this Kraken team from Florida. And we did like a scouting report in one of our weekly podcasts on him. And, you know, it's definitely something that has to be mentioned. He's a big physical guy, a lot of fighting experience, and he brings that to a team. Really, really cool to see Gord take him on and yes, hold his own. He didn't get brought down or anything like that. He hung in there. Ferris, great energy throughout the game for sure. Again, full 60 minutes. Haven't seen that a lot from this team this season, but we're starting to see it more lately. Really appreciate that. Ty, Blackwell's dome goal, lol. Maybe the soccer before the game is worth something, lol. It certainly didn't hurt us in that situation, that's for sure. Lindsay, if you guys don't already have a t-shirt design with something about Colin Blackwell falling on the ice, you definitely need one now. I think this is the perfect time to bring in something like that because, you know, before it might be considered like teasing him maybe a little bit too much, poking fun at him. We don't necessarily want to do that. But I mean, this one, how do you not? How do you not, right? How do you not? It's just so on brand for him. I'd love to see it. Stratic, seemed like there were way more people in the lower bowl compared to the Blues game right from the start, wondering why. Maybe because it was slightly earlier start on a Sunday. Just an idea. Started an hour earlier on a Sunday. People can go out, feel like they're going to get back in time, right? Like it's only 9 o'clock right now, and the game's been over for close to half an hour. So maybe that had something to do with it. Hunter, Build grew a statue outside of Climate Pledge. Yeah, I mean, you could, there's certainly some good shots of him making some really great saves in this one that should definitely be used for promotional images and blown up and put on some walls of Climate Pledge. That is for sure. Sergeant Pickles getting bodies on bodies in the D zone, looking for the long pass up ice immediately after turnovers, and Grubauer being a golden god. Agree with all that, Sergeant Pickles. I mean, the Kraken just had everything tonight. They had answers for everything the Panthers were trying to do. They just got it done. I mean, it's crazy. It shouldn't be crazy, but it's crazy. And very, very happy for them. Happy to see it. Enjoyed seeing it. Very, very happy. Rock Jays, Kuhlman's had some great chances there. Hopefully we get to see more of him. I think we will. He's seeming, you know, he's getting going now, right? Obviously, a little bit of a shock to the system, going cross country, different organization, all that kind of stuff. But yes, I thought he played well. I mean, like I said, all those depth guys today really stepped up big, and that's what you have to do when you're playing the top team in hockey, right? Michael, also what a great start for Kuhlman and the Kraken. Agreed. Lindsay, Blackwell saw Grew head of the puck the other game and said, I can do that too. Definitely possible. Hunter with the Kuhlman over Donskoy. That's an interesting one. I definitely want to get into that with RJ later when he joins us because Donskoy brings so much and you can play him on all the special teams and stuff. And I feel like that's maybe where he'll bring more to the table than someone like Kuhlman. But I get it. I saw the same game that you guys are seeing is I guess what I'm trying to say. And yes, the depth stuff stepped up big. This was a big win, and Donskoy wasn't a part of it. So sad for Donskoy, but, you know, there is that kind of, read and react aspect to it. Alex, Panthers are not the same team on the road. No idea why. It just happens sometimes. Maybe, they're staying up late out here on the West Coast, right, for their internal clocks. Sergeant Pickles, I finally feel validated in my Grubauer jersey come hell or high water. That was amazing. Very Fleury-esque from the other day and what Vezina caliber goalie looks like. Yes, you should be very proud. I would wear that jersey with a lot of pride, really for the next little while, Sergeant Pickles, because he's looked good now for a couple games in a row. Daryl, well, that was fun. That was more than fun, Daryl. That was more than fun. That was amazing. Oh, absolutely love it. Absurdly saying, oh my goodness, pretty sure my neighbors are a bit worried about me right now. That just means you're a good fan. You're doing it right. Kraken Hawk, last 2 minutes. My God. 1000% agree. Like I said, I can't wait to go back and watch that again. Sergeant Pickles going at Hunter. Why you got to do Dottie like that? I know, but, Kuhlman played a good game tonight. Kraken Hawk, the Kraken have swept the best team in the league and has 2 times as many followers on Instagram as the Panthers. Bazinga. I mean, that's really where it counts, right? It's the IG followers. Reading ID, Hunter definitely seemed like, referencing Hunter, certainly seemed like Kuhlman has that shoot first mentality, which was a smart matchup for the Panthers offense, but I missed Donskoi. Yeah, I mean, maybe it just becomes kind of a matchup based type thing. I'm okay with that. I think that makes sense. We knew that was probably going to be the case with the Kraken all year long, whether it was offense or defense, just because of the amount of options that they have. JMG getting really thin on defense. We are. I definitely want to ask RJ about the change to Alexiak's status, going from non-COVID illness to lower body injury. Definitely curious if he got any more information than just that what Forsland gave us. But yes, if Susie's gonna miss any length of time, things are gonna be thin. That being said, I guess this is the benefit of carrying 8 defensemen. We've talked about all the negatives of it up until this point, but here's a time where it'll help us out. Just like when COVID was really kind of running rampant through there. Hunter coming back. Once Donnie scores, it'll be the other way around with the winky emoji. I understand, Hunter. Sergeant Pickles, I submit for consideration that this is not the standard dance party, but rather the Emerald City Rave from Sergeant Pickles. I am okay with that. I think the energy level has been up there. It seems like everybody's into it. Just the amount of comments already. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Sorry about this. But yes, everybody's very, very excited. Love to see it. Ty, Kuhlman stood out to me multiple times tonight. Good attention. Addition for where we are right now and potential for the future. I agree, Ty. He played a fantastic game. Kraken Hawk, Eberle was very active tonight. The defense in front of Grubauer was solid and killed a lot of chances for the Panthers. Grubauer made them work for points and is starting to play a lot better. Yes, Grubauer is making the timely save. He's making the saves he should have been making all along, and he's making some ones that he maybe doesn't have a right to be making right now because he's just like red hot. But I'll take it for sure. I'll take it. Eberle, I thought Eberle played his best game in really this calendar year. From him. Came really close to scoring a couple times. His passing right now, he's like the best passer on this team. If you look at some of the stuff he's doing, certainly the most creative and willing to try stuff. And I really appreciate that because there's certainly been times this year where the offense has not done that, and we've seen the result of that. So happy for Eberle. I think the goals are going to come. And then, yes, the defense tonight, like I said, Grubauer was able to see everything. That is huge. They were physical when they needed to be physical. That is huge. Active sticks, not just from them, but the back checking and really forechecking forwards as well. Forwards were helping them out in the neutral zone, and the D stayed aggressive in the neutral zone. They weren't like rushing to get back, like, all right, we're going to sit back here and let you guys come to us. No, they were making the Panthers kind of pay for it a little bit. And it made a big, big difference in slowing down this, incredible Florida Panthers offense. And even at times tonight, we saw how good it was. But the Kraken got it done, and the defense stepped up in a big way, especially missing Susie for most of that game. Paul, they were all playing for. I already read that one earlier with the super chat. Thanks again, Paul, and Kitty B Kraken and Greg. Nice to see Yanni step it up tonight from JMG. Yeah, I mean, everybody, right? All the people that we've kind of been talking about, needing to see a little bit more from, or expecting to see a little bit more from, they showed up tonight. I mean, everybody was on it. Love to see it. Reading ID. I was super curious about the timeout. Something new from Hackstall. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Slow things down, drop a play, just talk it out. I think that's all really good stuff. And obviously, we saw the end result of it all. Marky, my last day of free trial Fubo, almost didn't watch. Oh, thankfully you did. Oh, that's would have been a bummer to miss this one, that's for sure. Medeiros, Grubauer got first star, and if he doesn't get that hat, we riot. He's going to get that hat. There's no way he doesn't get that hat, and he deserved the first star. Again, the last 2 minutes, absolutely incredible. As good a goaltending as you'll see anywhere. Striatic, Yanni with the Gordie Howe hat trick. You're right. Converted against Gudis of all people. The man is out of his mind. Never in 1,000 years would I have, picked. I mean, maybe I would have picked Yanni Gord as one of the guys most likely to have a Gordie Howe hat trick. I would not have done it thinking he was going to go and fight Radko Gudis. Just 1,000 years, never would have guessed that. But love to see it. It was really fun. A lot of fun. Kraken Hawk, if the Kraken beat good teams this year, imagine when they start beating everyone. Next year, the Kraken are going to greatly improve and make the playoffs. Feel free to screenshot this comment. I will go back into the comments tomorrow and I will screenshot that for you, Kraken Hawk. And because I agree with you. I think once they figure some stuff out over the rest of this year, carry that into the off season, do what they're going to do there, come back next year. I really don't think we're going to drop some of the games that we dropped this year, or at least the first half of this year. Still got half the season left to prove us right there, Kraken Hawk. Paul, I think you said, look at these fans. They love this, fellas. I like that, Paul. Alex, that's kid's name was Connor McDavid. Let's see. Brian, yes, we don't suck again. I was in and out of the game. How did Coolman do? Coolman played very well tonight, Brian. Ty, yeah, he was a factor in my opinion. Valentina, Friday, buys Donskoy jersey. Sunday, Donskoy healthy scratch. Valentina, no. Oh, he's not going to be a healthy scratch forever. I refuse to believe that that's going to be the case. And, at the very least, I mean, Donskoy, he's a fantastic player, fantastic guy. I think you could still be very, very proud of that purchase. But yeah, I feel that pain. I understand where you're coming from. Lindsay, those in the building tonight certainly got their money's worth. What an electrifying win tonight. This team is unrecognizable from the 9 losses in a row team from not that long ago. I agree, because this is a team that is playing well. This is a team that's entertaining and fun to watch. That's exciting. That we have a lot of faith in being able to come up and beat the best team in the NHL like tonight. We were not saying these things a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago. That is for sure. Valentina, Grubauer needs pressure. That's when he excels, and excel he did. Yes, I mean I don't know how much pressure I can take as a bystander though. So I will take some exciting moments like this, but maybe not all the time. Let's just try to win some straight up, shall we? Sergeant Pickles 3 studs, Grubauer little god mode, Blackwell just for the hilarious Selly, and Gord honorable mention. The whole decor playing with 5. I think that's a pretty good 3 studs there, Sergeant Pickles. Maybe I would swap out Gord with Mason Appleton just because I really, really liked the game that Appleton had. And yes, the D. Everybody on the D deserves to get recognized. I was worried when this game started and we got the Dunn-Larson matchup again, the pairing, because I kind of laid into them last game, but they stepped up. They improved a lot on a lot of the stuff that I was saying was a problem. It happens a lot this year. It happens a lot. I wonder just who is in there watching sometimes. And I know I'm not alone in that. Max Bro, let's go. Dude, I missed the Sharks and Blackhawks game. Then I went to the Blues game, and then I missed tonight. Oh my gosh, dude. Brutal, brutal, brutal. And I think everybody is saying the same thing. Oh, absolutely brutal. Hopefully next one you can get. Everything's going to be all right. Daryl, this team is unrecognizable from the other night. Kraken energy all game. 1000%. Love it. Greg, I was not a fan of benching Donskoy, but did that mean something? Is Coolman better? Hashtag go young. I don't know that it's about going, he's better or anything. I just think that, obviously Donskoy has struggled offensively a little bit. Don't know if you're aware. And then Coolman, we talked about it a little bit earlier. He's nice for the matchup in this one. So I think that is a part of it. But RJ is ready to join us, so why don't we ask him? He might have something from behind the scenes here. So I'm going to add him, and I'm going to try to turn back on the music that everybody enjoys for the loading RJ screen. All right, RJ. So we were just talking about the Coolman for Donskoy swap. Do you have anything on that at all?
Yes,
Or
yes, I do. Actually,
okay,
Dave
all
Haxtell
right,
talked
cool.
about it. Perfect timing,
Mm-hmm.
because he was asked why was Donskoy scratched, and he hinted at kind of that he's been on a bit of an offensive slump, but mostly he said he wanted to get Carson Kuhlman in. That was the primary reason. He had just picked up Kuhlman, wanted to get him into some games, and that was what was most behind it. And he did go on to praise Donskoy and said he's been playing great for us. He's been working hard. He's been doing all the right things. So, it shouldn't be seen as too much of a negative message to him, but he did want to get Carson Kuhlman back in the lineup.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of what we were guessing. We thought it was might have been a matchup type decision.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, Kuhlman played a really good game. All the depth guys tonight, like really shining, as well as some of the stars. We were talking earlier, Eberle, Gord, some guys we've criticized kind of recently, all stepping up.
For sure. Great performance up and down the lineup. I mean, it was really just a full team, full 60-minute effort.
Mm-hmm. Rock Todd forced to watch Panthers feed. They were impressed with Kraken defensive structure. Grew limits rebounds. Yeah, I mean we've been talking all year about Grubauer's rebound control. It has been excellent. The last 2 minutes, RJ. I can't imagine what it was like to be
Oh
there in
my God.
person.
It was insane. And the crowd energy just matched every bit of what he was doing. I mean, we just could not believe what was going on. I, it sure felt like he was just announcing to the world, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, just what a performance! Save of the year on that one right across. I think Haxtell may have called it save of the year after the game on that one to Rob Duclair there back door. But one of many great saves from Grubauer in that stretch. It was chaos too. All the sticks. It was like a lumber yard out there.
Three of
I
them.
mean, just the sticks everywhere. Yeah, I mean, what a sequence.
Absolutely, and I forget who it was. The one that would have been camera side. So I guess that's
Right.
closer to you. I think that would have scored had his stick not broken because Grubauer was trying to
Yes,
get across like that. That would have been a goal. Oh,
there was some room. Yeah, if
fortunate
that
there.
shot gets on net, it's in.
Yeah, fortunate one there. The only other question we really had from media that I want to get your take on is the Alexiak stuff. Going from non COVID related illness to lower body injury. Anything you can give us on that?
No, we didn't get any clarity on that, and it was something that kind of turned our heads as soon as we heard it this morning,
Mm-hmm.
because we asked for an update on Alexiak, and he said, "Oh, he's still day-to-day lower body," and we're just like, "What?" Because yeah, so yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us. I don't know whether it's been both, but I know somebody else asked for clarity on that kind of behind the scenes, and we didn't get any, so that's all they're going to give us.
Okay, I assumed as much, but thought I'd ask. All right, Valentina, so proud of our boys for keeping their composure. There was a time when they would have panicked and found a way to lose. They were in rare form. Full 60 minutes tonight, RJ.
Yep, absolutely. And it's one of those where, yeah, given the form that they've had at points in the season, there were a lot of opportunities to lose that game if you wanted to find a way to lose it. But they didn't. They stuck with how they were playing.
Yeah, for sure. Max, bro, been to 11 games this season, seen 3 wins. Yes,
Oh,
was there for the Blues game, missed these last 3 wins. Just
oh,
brutal,
geez,
brutal.
of course.
I know. Lindsay Eberle with the post on the breakaway. Ugh, whoever put a curse on him, can you kindly take it off, please and thanks. That being said, I like what he's doing, as far as passing the puck.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's been a good distributor lately. And yeah, it's tough. The goals haven't been coming for him. But remember at the start of the season when we were saying that too, where the goals weren't coming for him.
Yeah,
But then they came in bunches. So, I mean, he's just maybe that kind of scorer.
yeah. Max Bro, guess I'm giving up my season tickets so we can win. Max Bro, take one for the team.
Yep, sacrifices we need to make.
Yeah. All right, Daryl. Love the Blackwell Selly falling backwards, half black backflip. It was just so
Yes,
on brand.
I was hoping we would talk about that. I mean, that was peak Colin Blackwell celebration. I was really hoping we'd get him in post game media so I could ask him about it. We
Mm-hmm.
did not, but next time we get a hold of him, I'm going to ask him about that because it looked intentional, right? He wasn't pushed over anything. I think he's leaning into it,
I,
like into the whole falling down celebration thing, or it
yeah.
was just a trust fall that Sheehan kind of whiffed on.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if
Credit,
his
I forget who it was on Twitter, but credit to Twitter, I got that from there.
yeah, I couldn't quite tell if his skate was kind of stuck between some things, and that's kind of what like he just took a step and it wasn't there.
Right.
But yes, I mean you got to lean into it at this point. Like I said, it's his brand at this point.
Yep.
All right, so Jeffrey Z Gord took on Burns against San Jose too. Yeah, so we got to talk about Yanni Gord fighting Radko Gudas.
Oh yeah, no, I mean Gunas is a tough customer. That is not an easy fight. But I mean he was fearless going into it. He easily could have stepped away because he
Mm-hmm.
got hit, and he's like, no, I'm gonna square up and I'm gonna drop the gloves, and he hung in there pretty well. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he did everything that he could in the fight that,
yep,
let's be real, he was probably
and
never
he
going to
yeah.
win.
Yeah, and he was asked about that too, fighting his former teammate in Tampa, Radko Gudas, and he said he's a great guy off the ice. Like we're friends, we know each other, but that's hockey.
Hmm. It was funny too on the replay. You could just see Gudis go like, "You want to effing go?" and Gord just then just
Really?
throws down. Yeah, and Gord just drops the stick immediately, like, "Yes." It was great. Uh,
Love it.
uh, Medeiros responding to Lindsay. Lindsay earlier made a comment about us having to make a Blackwell like falling down Selly T-shirt. Medeiros,
Oh, that'd be good.
saying alternatively an image of him trying to find the puck between his feet. Lol. Yes, I mean there's got to be some slogan or something we could put on there with him falling down, like certified ice inspector or something. You know what I mean?
That's pretty good. Yeah, we got
Yeah.
to workshop that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Alex, are there specialty German foodstuffs available at Climate Pledge Arena in honor of Grubauer?
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't seen any, but that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they can get on that. Ty, I
Yeah,
haven't
I mean,
yeah.
a bratwurst is good game food.
Haven't seen any Alex, but I don't venture too far for food when I'm there. I understand that. Let's see, Lindsay. They should at least do like a mustard or German warm cheese or something for giant soft pretzels. That they could definitely do.
Yeah, I know this won't be popular, but I'm a fan of liverwurst. If you had some liverwurst, I would have some there.
All right, RJ, come on. Uh, Medeiros, I like that it felt like Larson was shooting every time he had the puck. Also, when he shot the puck on a shot, he definitely would have tried to pass a month ago. A month ago, lol. I agree on that one.
Yep, that's something that we kind of pointed out a couple times during the game. Up to the press was like, hey, like he shot the puck without hesitation. And it's funny because this morning he was asked a question about like, do you guys need to have more of a shooter mentality? Like it
Hmm.
seemed like you guys are passing up a lot of opportunities to shoot. I thought it was funny that that question was directed at him. Um, but he's like, yeah, no, we definitely need to shoot the puck more. We can't be making all. There's a time and a place to pass, and good to see that kind of got internalized tonight.
Yeah, and if take away that last minute, mad scramble from the Panthers, and the Kraken did really outshoot the Panthers in this game for most of it. It felt like anyway. Um,
Yep.
I think that was certainly the strategy in this one, and I think it was needed.
Mhm.
Uh, Pablo, go Bengals, beat the Chiefs. Hope so. Hope so. Jared just wanted to pop on and like the stream. Great win. Can't wait to watch tomorrow. Yes, you're gonna have a lot of fun, Jared.
Oh
Alex,
yeah.
Miami Vice Edition rave. Yeah, tonight Sergeant Pickles dubbed it because of the excitement and everything. This is Emerald City rave instead of just a regular dance party.
Nice. That's good.
Lindsay, Wenny is definitely taken up a notch with the shooting the puck more. Maybe he's been listening to ECH post game and podcast. Lol. I already made that joke earlier about people listening to us. Team,
Keep listening.
yep, Team Spindle's 5 different scores, points going to 12 different players. That's the blueprint. I agree.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, that's a great stat right there.
Mm-hmm. And Jeff, let's not put it all on Gru. Team is taking away secondary opportunities. Finally,
Yep.
yeah.
For sure. I think that even like, even on those plays where, it's a block shot or whatever it is, or even these scrambles at the last, couple minutes where Grubauer's got to be shuffling one area to the other, it seems like the other 5 guys on the ice, have it controlled in a way that he can still remain calm about what's happening. I think it's kind of just all of them working together.
Right, and I brought it up earlier. He can still see the puck that whole time. Like they're doing a
Yep.
fantastic job of clearing screens, making sure he has everything he needs to do his job. And we're seeing it these last couple games, at least the last couple wins, I should say. The Blues games got to throw that one out. But
Yep.
the Kraken are showing just how deadly that can be by really getting in there, screening opposing goalies. Saw it again tonight, getting goals off of it. It's a lot. So with the D making sure Grubauer can see it, I think that's a big part of his turnaround. Valentina, on Friday, I felt really let down by Wenberg. Today, I was proud of him for taking shots. I think we all are, Valentina. Sergeant Pickles, I'm curious from RJ what Hack said about changes made, whether personnel or strategy. Even though the lines shift due to injury, certain combos stand out that just work.
Yeah, I mean, as far as kind of the line combos and the personnel changes, went with some things that like the top line was pretty similar to what it had been a few games ago. I mean, one thing he did talk about was the D pairs being shuffled up, obviously with the Susi injury that necessitated that, and he just said, credit to all 5 guys involved. If you look
Mm-hmm.
at their minute counts, and he said those are tough minutes too, against very good opposition. So, and being able to play with each other kind of on short notice like that, he said that was, a huge part of the game. Yeah, and as far as strategy, one thing that kept coming up, whether it was Hackstall or the players, they were talking about dumping the puck in better and putting it in better spots to go chase it,
Mm-hmm.
and having that kind of feed the forecheck. That was a very important element in the game and something they brought up multiple times.
Yeah, that's something like hearing you say that, I totally see that tonight from them.
Yep.
Because I talked earlier, the forecheck was like on point, but I didn't like have anything beyond that. It was just good. That's
Yeah.
exactly why.
And that's another thing also in the St. Louis game where they're asking him about like, well, what didn't work, what went wrong.
Right.
And he said, well, we just had some really bad dumps. We were just putting the puck in all the wrong spots. We were letting Husso just play it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't doing that right. And so I think that's one thing they did a lot better tonight.
Yes, 1,000% agree. Jeff Kuhlman was a freaking demon tonight. He was. Cameron, if this team can show up each night like tonight, we could go on a win streak, but our issue is we never know what Kraken team will show up any given night. I think this performance is going to be more indicative of what we see the rest of the year. What about you?
I think so too. I think, again, as soon as they put these things together, and it starts with Grubauer being better, and again, it just feels like he announced that he's back. And if that continues, it all starts from there and builds out. I think that they have, a chance to play like this. And again, this is against the top team in the NHL points wise. Every matchup from here on should in theory be,
Easy.
Same level or easier.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Agreed. Tyler asking, could Donskoy be a scratch due to a trade coming maybe?
I don't think so. I mean, it's certainly possible. Anyone can get traded. We know this, but that's not the reason he was scratched for this game.
Yeah, if that was the reason he was scratched for this game, we would have already heard about it because they'll only do that if like the trade is imminent. Lindsay, keep in mind that the Kraken were the only team in the NHL without an offseason together. Heck, they didn't even know each other before last July. They're gonna be deadly next year. I agree.
Just a full off-season is going to do them a lot of good.
Mm-hmm. Alex, best team in the NHL for now. Don't know if referring to us because we beat top dog. Is it a king of the hill type thing? Or just that maybe foreseeing a Florida losing streak? Alex obviously would love to see that.
Yeah.
Ty, I love the skate all the way to the open net. Good discipline and understanding of what is on the line. Seen those missed before. Obviously, Yarncrook playing that very safe. Love to see it.
Yes, for sure.
Valentina, on Friday when I bought my jersey, Donskoy wasn't on the player list at the team store. I hope it's not because of a pending trade. He's my boy. Yes, Valentina just got that Donskoy jersey. Brutal timing there. Just unfortunate, hopefully. Let's see. Where were we? Hope they keep it up next game against the Predators. I think we could. Lindsay, yay, RJ music for the dance party.
We got the music going again. Nice.
Yes. Sergeant Pickles, game number 3 of demanding extra psyched RJ loading music. Maybe he has a song he prefers in honor of beating the Panthers. I would go Sweetness by Jimmy Eat World. That would be a very good suggestion. That's for sure.
NHL 03 soundtrack throwback. Love it.
I can't believe we shut down Barkov, Reinhardt, Duclair, Ekblad, Uyghur in the last minute. That's 6 on the ice at the same time as maybe top in the league, and we shut them down. I mean, we did. Like, bottom line, we did.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, just what a stretch.
And all right, and all those guys were giving us problems all night long, and they hung in each and every time, the Kraken.
Yep. No, a lot of bend but don't break.
Let's see, Valentina, Dylan. Obviously Donskoy struggled offensively, lowers voice a little bit. Don't know if you're aware. Yeah, I made that joke earlier. Rolling on the floor laughing. Alex, Alexiak diagnosed with the dreaded COVID-19. I'm all for taking shots at Aaron Rodgers right now, given that loss yesterday. Lindsay, the only way I can think of an illness turning into a lower body injury is some sort of intestinal strain or IBS or a hernia or something else equally not fun. I mean,
No, actually, someone in the media room said that exact thing after the dressing. Like maybe it means like an intestinal thing. So yeah, you're thinking the right way.
yeah, I mean, usually they don't last as long. I don't know.
Right.
Or some sort of infection, but again, it's rampant speculation.
Yep.
Alex, funny
Clearly.
Colin Blackwell, maybe Valentine's Day card incoming. Ooh, can't wait to see that. Hopefully, Alex, you're making that. You're not telling us to make that. Um, let's see. Literally every time I hear, yes, Jeff, it bothers me. We keep saying Gru is finally stepping up when it's also the team finally stepping up and stopping secondary opportunities. Yeah, I mean, I think we've done a good job of talking about that. But the bottom line is, I mean, Grubauer's making saves that he wasn't before.
Exactly. It's both. There were definitely a few times where I remember thinking to myself this game, he wouldn't have made that save a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
And it wasn't a second opportunity thing. It was just a straight shot from the slot or something like that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This better be part of the Valentine's
Okay.
Day card, Alex. You miss 100% of the slips you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Colin Blackwell.
That's good. That's good.
Absolutely love it. Jeff, letting us know there's a new sausage stand in there.
Oh, okay.
All right. Take your word for it. Lindsay, 52 watching, but only 33 likes. Smash that like button, people. Thanks for looking out for us, Lindsay. And yes, we've talked about merch tonight. Of course, as always, merch link in the description below. And while we're talking about... Go for it.
Tease a little bit. I think we might have an exciting piece of merch coming up soon. It's in the works, but keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, we got some good new merch stuff coming and some good stuff this week for the Patreons too. It might have to do with a certain train we've all been riding this season, if that's not too obscure a reference. But
they have been derailed a bit tonight.
Maybe just a little. Let's see. Blackwell shirt back in black, maybe, from Absurdly Sane. I mean, we're gonna definitely figure some stuff out for this. Let's see, 15 streamed, over 15 streamed tonight. This is from Ty. Promise the fair weathers that the content is equally as good when we take the L. Thanks for letting everybody know that, Ty. I like to think that it is. Let's see, Alex. All's well that Blackwell. Get some good ones now.
Oh man.
Hunter, we no longer have the longest losing streak this season. Flyers currently have 11. Oh boy, RJ, the Flyers. I can't wait to talk about them on the Red Glare podcast later this week.
Oh yes, we have to cover that.
Yes, not Kraken related, but Buffalo's goat head. That's from Michael.
Oh yeah, the jerseys that they're bringing back. They're bringing back the old goat head logo with the red and the black.
Yeah, I loved those jerseys growing up. I'm probably in the minority, but I liked those.
Same. I acknowledge it's just nostalgia factor for me.
Yeah. Alex, I saw someone come up with a promo poster for a fake Chell soundtrack music festival the other day. I would buy those tickets so fast. I would too. That would be amazing.
Yes. Finally would find the concert that we could actually agree on and go to together, Dylan.
Literally, that would be the only one, I think. And then Sergeant Pickles with the super chat just coming in. Gatorade's on me, courtesy of Herr Grubauer.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Pickles. Yes.
Wunderbar,
Herr Grubauer.
Yeah, there we go. Absolutely love it. Thanks so much, Sergeant Pickles. Michael is coming back next year. What jersey do you want to see come back? You got any from around the NHL? Any of those old ones?
The Islanders, Gordon's Fisherman.
Yes. That one for sure. I got to go the Eggplant and Jade.
There we go.
Mighty Ducks. Like, just go all the way. They brought back the logo. Go all the way with it. We need the color scheme back.
Yep.
Jeremiah with the super chat as well. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Not those Black Sabres jerseys. No, those Black Sabres jerseys are lit. Green with us. Yes, I think they're fantastic jerseys. I enjoyed seeing those a lot when we were younger. And thank you again very much, Jeremiah. Let's see. Flyers have done 10 twice this year. Yeah, Flyers very much similar-ish season to the Kraken when it comes to these long stretches without winning a game.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Lindsay spitballing some stuff here. Blackwell, Blackfell. Blackwell's bestie, the ice, referencing the ice. Colin Blackwell, been there once or ice. Have a nice day. Or maybe a Valentine's theme, falling for you. Blackwell / ice romance, lol. Oh my goodness. Those are
So
some
falling
good
for you
ones.
is the perfect Valentine's one. That wins it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That one is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jeremiah, I agree. Next year, the Kraken are going to be a really good team in the Pacific, and they have a chance to add a great player this offseason for sure. I'd be really excited about the future for sure. We are, Jeremiah. We are. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this offseason. Let's see. Lindsay, the falling for you joke was what I was thinking of. That's from Alex. So everybody's getting on the same page there. Cameron, way off topic, but why can't the Panthers ever seem to sell a full arena at home, especially being top of the league? If Seattle was top of the league, Climate Pledge would be insane. I mean, we've been there at Sunrise, RJ.
It's the location.
Yeah, the location is
that one
terrible.
was at a half-hour bus ride out from Miami. It's in a swamp.
It's
basically in a swamp.
It's literally a concrete slab in a swamp that they stuck a stadium on top of and some parking spots. It was a 20 to 30-minute bus ride from Fort Lauderdale, not even like Miami. It's longer if it's Miami. We were in Fort Lauderdale. So it's strictly just, it's just too far out of where everybody's at, certainly where all the tourists are at. And if you're there without a car, you're going to really go into like a 40-minute Uber to go to a Panthers game. I don't know. I mean, I would, but,
We're in the minority there.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. I love the Islanders fisherman, lol. Everybody does. Who doesn't? Michael, Matty Beniers looking like a legit superstar, dreaming of him and McCann on the first unit power play next year. That is quite the thought, RJ.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Ty, Black Sabres jersey just makes me think of Hasek. What a legend. Yes.
Yeah. In my opinion, there was none better at his peak.
Right, with the helmets. The helmet with just the front cage. Taking me back. I'm fond of the Flames Blasty and the Madonna Arrow at the old Stars jerseys.
Yeah. The Madonna era jerseys. Yeah, those were good.
Madano. Gotta say it like a Canadian, RJ. Madano. Yes. I like the Blasty jerseys too from the Flames. Same. I'd bring back the Stars late 90s ones too. That's from Michael. Grizza Smash. I ordered the Fisherman jersey last week. Looking forward to the Goat Head one I collect for all teams. Grizza Smash. Living the dream.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want a big jersey collection one day.
Yes. Michael fell in love with hockey during the 99 finals as a kid. I mean, that's a good time to fall in love with it. Let's see, Alex. I could field the Panthers question too. It's a solid 40-minute drive when there's no traffic. I mean, that is true. I mean, we were taking buses at like 6 in the morning. There was definitely no traffic. I literally can't.
Sure.
I literally can't get there on a work day unless I leave at like 4 p.m. Yeah, it's just the location, as they always say.
Yeah,
RJ.
the location. It's just. Yep.
As they always say,
location.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is. That's what it is. Cameron, that's so unfortunate. Dumb move. It's the move they made. Jeremiah has to get the best of all time. Him or Wah. They're right there in my mind anyway. Favorite goalie of all time for me, still Mr. Universe himself, Ilya Brizgalov. That's from Sergeant Pickles. I mean...
Gotta love him.
Gotta love it. And then Jeremiah, I love the McFarland Oilers Sprocket jersey. Yeah, the one with the like oil drop.
Yeah.
That Todd McFarland drew up. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I was saying, it's everyone I met usually thinks that one's bad. They don't like that one. I'm a huge fan of it. I love it.
I like that. It was different for the Oilers. You know what I mean, like color wise and everything.
You get I like that as an alternate. I like it there. I wonder if you could get one that would work like that, but with the Oilers color scheme.
Mm-hmm. Probably. I'm sure there's some fan mock-ups somewhere. I'm just a big Todd McFarlane fan from comics and stuff, so I just like it because of that as well. Grizza Smash is the Hockey Guy's burner account confirmed. Lol. That's from Lindsay. Like that one. Sergeant Pickles respectfully request a podcast where RJ and Dylan deep dive into their hockey fandom growing up, favorite players, teams, or memories of games. We can certainly start working those in. We've been working those into the Patreon podcast some more and more.
That's true.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, we've got plenty of those to go
Yeah,
off of.
but
We got
also
some for days.
like the off season's a good time for some of that stuff
Yeah,
too.
exactly. That's the off season.
When we're short on content.
Yep.
Let's see. Don't forget Brodeur. Yeah, he was all right, I guess. Michael, I second Sergeant Pickles' comments. All right, my favorite team has a history of boring jerseys, except for the legendary Storm jersey from Alex.
Those ones were pretty cool.
They were really cool. I've been saying this is from Jeremiah. I've been saying that if Florida played in downtown Miami, they could be slam packed all the time. I agree, they would.
Yep.
Because right, sure. The Heat play down there, right?
They do. Yep. Yeah. They play right down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's such a great sports town. They just need to be in it.
Right. Exactly. They're not even there. Like I said, they're north of even Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, it's one of those that in a place like Miami, it's very much like Vegas. Like no matter how bad the team is, there's going to be so many people there that you're going to be able to sell tickets, and you're going to have hotels and stuff buying up those tickets to give to people and stuff. Like you'd have an audience every night. And then Alex, why is the answer Jerome McGinley to all of the above? All the questions about growing up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's certainly part of our childhood. Although that being said, being out on the West Coast, certainly for you as the Sharks fan, Iggy maybe not favorite person in the world.
No, he never got in the way of the Sharks too much, except for 2004. But yeah. I was very young at that time.
Yes, I was in Tampa in 2004 for that Cup final. I didn't go to the game. Like my dad was on a work trip and we tagged along the family. But it was wild, and that's when I knew that Tampa fans were legit. They are very, very legit. They were legit way back then. So good on Lightning fans. But I see everybody kind of closing up shop, turning in for the night. I think that's good. We're 58 minutes in. Any last words, RJ?
Yeah,
that sounded ominous. Sorry.
I know. I just turns around and sees the Kraken eye right behind me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone was wondering about this. This definitely kind of puzzled some of us up in the press bridge. But that timeout in the third, I don't know if anyone asked about that.
We did talk about that. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know what you came to the conclusion of, but I asked Hackstall what the thinking was behind the timeout. He said it was just a matchup thing. He wanted to get the right matchup on the ice that he could, but they were tired. So they said they just need an extra 30 seconds, get the matchup on. So I know Hackstall is pretty reluctant to call timeouts, even in times where he probably should. So to see it from him there at a time where it just didn't, kind of make a lot of sense, on the surface, I was interested in why he did that. So anyway, that was his answer.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, because we were confused by that too a little bit just because of what it is. That makes a lot of sense. I speculated just based on my personal experience. It was the classic, all right, who's got this? And then you just let that player go and deal with it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From my squirt coaching days. All right. Last comment of the night, Jeremiah. Super excited to go to Vegas for the first time for the skills competition and the All-Star game. It's going to be a fun trip. That sounds like an amazing trip. I really, really hope you enjoy that. Very jealous of you being able to take that. We had a lot of fun in Vegas there for the season opener.
Yeah, we sure did. It's a great place to go for some hockey, and I mean, just awesome environment. And as far as an all-star game skills competition, it's something every hockey fan should do at least once. And you're just going to have a blast. I know it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining us. Got another one of these. What, a day and a half, right, I guess? Oh, yeah, Ty,
yeah,
I've seen the new Winterhawk stuff. I absolutely love it. I got to get some. I got to get me some, Ty. Love everything that they did with that redesign. Yeah, so got one back here on Tuesday after the Predators game. So, and that's a 7:30 start, right? Oh no, it's 7.
No, 7.
The route schedule that they put up, because it goes based off of their coverage, but then on the games that aren't route games, it's the regular start time. So I get used to just adding half an hour to when I see it. So whatever. It's a me problem. Everyone. It's a me problem. It's 7:00 Tuesday. Predators. Let's see if the Kraken could keep this train a rolling. All right. Thanks for joining us. See y'all next time.